Okay, so what's happening in the Forex market today? Today is Wednesday, 17th of January. And if you remember, we've been looking at this area for a while now. So we said this was a resistance area. Now, as the resistance area has been broken, right? Now we have price pushed extremely far from this area here. This is also an area of resistance. So for this dollar index, remember we have news coming out for the dollar index, and we always say the first thing is to check the calendar. But what we're doing here for you is first of all looking at the charts, the technicals. We're going to check the calendar soon. But I want to show you something. We have price moving along this line, and we have like a sort of rising channel. Right, so as we have a rising channel, let's quickly switch over to the calendar and then look at what we have right there, because it's very important for us to take note of the calendar. As we said, today is 17th of January, Wednesday, and then we have news coming out by 2:30 for the dollar, and that is the retail sales. The retail sales is equally of significance. It is high impact, as we always say. Now we have the one that just came out at 8 a.m. because that is not, and that's for pounds, that is the CPI. So let's quickly do a refresh. Let's refresh this. We can see the outcome of that. So we have just done a refresh. I can see that the pounds now is green, meaning that we should be buying. So we're going to be buying pounds. So if, as an example, it is GBP USD, you would expect the GBP USD to go up naturally. So if it's going to be going up, then you should be buying from the area of support. So that is how you're going to be more or less combining the fundamentals and the technicals together. So the news coming out at 2:30 p.m. We don't have any actual yet, so we don't know whether it is green or red or black because the news hasn't dropped yet, right? So we're going to wait for this one to drop, and then we're going to pay attention to what we have. But then as we started with the technicals, first of all, as we started looking at the technicals for the USD, one thing is clear, and that is the fact that the market has been what? Has been bullish so far for this week. It has been bullish for the dollar. It is due for a pullback. As it is due for a pullback, you can see that we have this rising channel here. And then the next thing in this area is where we would like to see the dollar do what? Do a drop either to this area here of resistance or to this area here of former resistance, which is yet to act as support. So we could either have price push back up here or push back up here. Now this is the dollar, that's the DXY for those that are looking forward to going in a direction of the dollar, right? So you're looking forward to going with the trend. You are looking forward to buying here or here. If you're going counter, you can start to look for something around here because we would most likely also have divergence as well. So if you're looking at the dollar in this manner, and then you cross over to the Euro USD as an example, for this Euro USD, you should be looking for a sort of divergence as well, in the sense that this is what you're looking out for. You're looking out for something over here, divergence, now to take it back up. But you can see that this one too is even very close to this area here. But this was the former area of support. Now it has broken, and then it should act as what? It should act as resistance over here, right? And this one is for the Euro USD. Remember, for the dollar, if the dollar is going up, we should be expecting the Euro USD to be going down. So if you look at the gold as well, because the dollar, we're expecting it to drop. That means that for this gold, we are now expecting it to what? We are now expecting it to also do what? We're expecting it to appreciate, right? If the USD is going to be going down, we're expecting gold to be going up. And now it is clearly at the area of support. If you remember from the previous video from yesterday and Monday as well. We were already short somewhere here, and then we said we're going to take our profit here. This was a very good trade. Excuse me, sorry about that. So this was a very good trade going down. So now we're trying to see whether we can get what to take it back up over here. This is for gold. So you can see how things are aligning accordingly. Like we're looking at the dollar earlier, where the dollar was moving in a rising flag pattern in this manner. And then we're saying it's time for it to go down, right? So we're waiting for that to happen. Probably it might be the retail sales news that we'll have coming out later by 2:30 p.m. that might make that happen. So that means that this gold, this is the area to watch in order to push higher. So you need to pay attention to your charts, pay attention to where they are. If you're looking to buy at the support area, looking to sell at the resistance area, you can have a form of divergence and so on. Confluence is also very good as well. So we're going to pay attention to this one gold, and let's see whether we can push it up as well, as we're able to ride it down. Even the Euro USD, we're also able to take it down, and then Pound USD as well. Now also, before we round up, because we're looking forward to the USD index dropping over here, that means that for the dollar JPY, for this guy too, you can see it is clearly showing us the same thing more or less, right? It is showing us that it is pushing higher, and then it is time for it to drop to this area. So if you are a CT trader, this would be a good place for you to look for possible entry in the market. So you can also pay attention to the news because it is due for a pullback as well, right? But do not be too aggressive. We have divergence on our side, and we have, like, if you're using RSI or MACD, it will most likely be telling you overbought. This is for CT, and then for TT, for TT trading, you're waiting for the price to come back to this area. Right, so let's see how that plays out. Now we're going to be stopping this video here, and then we're going to do an update on this what's happening in the forex market today series tomorrow, and of course by then we will see what would have happened. So make sure that you have paid attention, you have marked your charts out based on what we've talked about, and if the opportunity arises, don't hesitate to jump on it. So I want to say thank you guys for joining us. It has indeed been a good one. Ensure to trade safely, use stop loss where it needs to be used, calculate your risk management based on your volume, based on your lot size, right? Based on the account balance that you have. Okay, thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of the day, and goodbye for now. Cheers.